get inside now.
Mm-hmm.
Let me say a thing or two to Randy. Randy, you probably noticed there's a few pieces of tape that I have on the car. I came out here today and took a look at the paint job about as close as I could. And I wanted to show you the flaws, if you want to call them that, but it's just little touch-up spots. The guy did quite a good job on touching things up. And Jason, if you'll show him this area right here, I've never noticed this until today, really. But everything in here is nice and slick and heavy paint. But I noticed right here, there's two strips. That's why I put the blue tape there. And they're just a little bit light in color. I'm not so sure that this couldn't be wet sanded and it would pop. It's probably heavy paint here. But something, you know, it's just a little bit lighter shade, that's all, and I wanted to point it out. And on the other door, it is identical. And while we're talking about tape and all, there's a piece of tape right there, Jason. If you want to just, a lot of these flaws, you really can't hardly see them, even though I've found them. But anyway, just a little, looks like somebody may have, you know, just tiny. Whatever it is, all this is very tiny. It's not where somebody's dropped a tool or a rock or anything like that. It's just tiny. And this area right here on every car I've ever had is always bad. This area right here is just as slick as the top. And I mean, it's a wet sanded paint job and it's slick, very slick, whole car. The reason you see a for sale sign there is because there's a couple of cruise nights that I want to go to, and I went ahead and just made me up some today and put that one there. And I'll go ahead and raise the hood sides here and give you kind of this is a cold crank. This car hasn't been cranked in a while, but I'd say 3-4 days. But anyway, I'll fire it up and let Jason record what it sounds like in the back. And right here, there's that's the last flaw I see. It's just a tiny dot, not a bubble or anything. It's like a chip, but it's small.
Mm-hmm. I could pick that one up. I couldn't see the one on the other side on the camera.
And Randy, all the things that are on this car, like where the hood goes up, it's all low car stuff. It's all high-end street rod product on here. Nothing cheap. Dipstick, you know what that is. It's there. I'll put my hands on here. I mean, they're ice cold, or they're cold. I've not fired it up or anything. Just rolled it out. And the reason we roll it out like this is because I actually have another car that sits over there, so I move them back and forth like this. So I'll fire it up. We'll see what happens. Watch it not crank.
Where's that?
Right here. Just to give him an idea, let me turn the switch on. I'm going to turn some parking lights on. Blinkers are going to be right here. Left blinker. If I had my headlights on, bright light. And the bright light is done by, bright light's done with my right here, not in the floor. So that's all that. Overhead radio. And on the radio, it sounds awesome. With the speakers in this car are right here, built into the headrest. No speakers are anywhere else. They're just right here, right here. And the guy did a good job on the install of that. I'd never seen it before. Air conditioning, common. Fan, if temperature gets up, you can just manually cut the fan on and off. Low car shifter. Right here is the master cylinder for brake fluid and brakes and all that. Right under there. Air conditioning works like it should. If you know anything about 31 model A's, you know that this windshield pops out about an inch and a half. That's what these things are for. Seats are adjustable, mounted pretty nice. Cute little console that I found that you can actually have water or something in the car now. And I stand up on the running boards all the time. Doesn't hurt a thing. I guess you got, let me see. Yeah, see those headers get hot. They get hot in a hurry. It's got a mini starter on it, like the Corvettes and all. The pictures I sent him were chrome valve covers. These are Corvette Z28 type valve covers. They have the drip rails inside of them, and they dissipate heat easier and better.
Okay. Anything else?
That's about all there is to show. What we can do, Randy, if you come down and you want to take a look at the car, we'll put it right up here where this Camaro is, and I'll show you underneath it. And it's a pretty trick underneath also. Just laid out nice and simple, but good stuff. Show a little shot of my other little car here. I just got too many toys, Randy. That's you can probably see what I'm doing here.